So before we get into this video about the Division 2, I want to just say this. I've seen on Twitter that they have nerfed the XP you get from convoys, and they haven't added it to the patch notes. And apparently you can now fast travel to lockboxes, and guess what their reply was? I don't reckon anyone in the world's going to guess it. We will look into it. Yeah, I had a full-blown rant in this one because it's annoying, really frustrating. Like, they just do the same thing over and over again. Secretly nerf stuff, don't tell anyone about it. People find out and they're like, oh, we'll look into it. That shouldn't have happened. We're sorry. Blah, blah, blah. So on and so forth. They've done it for the last 4 years. But yeah, let's get into this one. Get your popcorn ready. And I'm not actually too loud, so don't worry about headphones and turning them down and stuff. But I hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, don't forget to leave a like on the video. All support is appreciated. So the Division 2 got a brand new update, title update 17.2, and it already started off with problems. They had to actually delay the maintenance. Yes, it's only by 1 hour, but they still took longer than they originally planned, and they've been working on 17.2 for a while. But not only that, I've seen in the Trello board that they now have PC desktop crashes on PC increased after TU 16.3, and the first time I ever reported there were crashes on PC was back in September of 2021. So it's been a very, very long time. Actually 5 months away from it being 2 years. And the crashes have just over time got worse and worse on PC, to the point where a lot of players can barely play an hour of the game without it crashing. Some people won't crash at all. Others are crashing every 10-15 minutes. It is a mess on PC, but there are also Delta 3 errors that have increased since 16.3, and 16.3 came out in November of 2022, so it's been a little while for that as well. And these are just sitting in the reported. Their priority is critical, and they don't have a clue what to do. There was an update on the 9th of September 2022. We have 10 fixes coming with Season 10 Price or Power release is what they've said. Big and small fixes. It won't stop here, and we will share more updates as soon as we have them. And it's gone from them moving the card from reported to fix ready, then from fix ready to fix live, then it got moved from fix live to investigating, and that was all in 2022, and then on the 9th of Feb, it got moved from investigating to reported, and yeah, they haven't done anything about it since. And they haven't done anything with the Delta 3 errors. According to the activity on this Trello card, or whatever you want to call it, they haven't done anything with it since the 13th of July 2022. So there's still crashes, there's still Delta 3 errors all over the place on PC. They've done nothing in 17.2 to try and fix it. What they have done instead is improve the X12 or DirectX 12 performance and stability, which is something that's been a mess since the game launched. How many years ago now? They've done a load of fixes for the Manhunt, a load of fixes for gear, weapons and talents, Vanity, UI, Expertise, Summit, Conflict, Countdown, other changes. And there's one thing for Conflict. Fix the issue with the players becoming invisible and applying damage to other players with skills after going out of bounds. There's stability, Manhunt, gear, weapons and talents, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. There's nothing for Dark Zone at all. So again, they have done nothing for PvP fixes, besides that one thing in Conflict. And there are a couple of things on here that take the absolute piss from the developers. Like, fix the issue with the DARPA mission remaining locked after completing the Pentagon mission. That's been going on for months and months and months. And yes, they finally fixed it. It's really good, positive stuff for the community, but it took them too fucking long. And that's the problem in the first place. Another one is they've apparently fixed it so you can now craft the Regulus. That was another issue for 2 months. But what else has been going on? Because I remember back in Season 10, when we had the General Anderson mission, players were not awarded the Doctor Home. If their inventory was full or whatever, they would not get that exotic rifle. And they said what they're going to do is award that rifle to absolutely everyone, whether you've had it 100 times or not. The devs said they were going to give it to everyone so that it was fair because they messed up and there was a bad bug. Yeah, I believe that was 4 months ago now and they still haven't done it. And there was also that time where they stole premium credits off players and never compensated. Yeah, I'm in the mood for moaning about this, because while it's appreciated they're fixing a lot of stuff, this game is years and years old now. There should not be this much stuff broken. The gear, weapons and talents, there are so many things on there. In order to see it all, on my browser, I have to scroll down. There are that many things that are still broken in this game to this day. And because they are sat there working on fixing all this stuff, that's like probably a part of the reason. I was going to say it's probably the reason. It's probably a part of the reason that we never get any actual new content. And before people say, yeah, but we get new seasons all the time, it doesn't matter. That's not new content. They rename and reskin characters and make up parts of a lore system, a story towards them, which isn't even that good. The best time you'll get through any season is the very final target. You'll get a decent bit of lore, a decent story to it, and that is it. The build-up to it is diabolical. And that's been happening time and time again for the last God knows how many years now, and it's not going to change even in year 5. Based on the history of this game, the developers have been so lazy since Warlords come out. And if you think of the seasons, what we had Cursed in Season 11, the big heavy target. Yeah, well, in Season 10, we had another heavy target. So 2 in a row. I believe they were unlocked at the same time, like the same progression through the season or whatever you want to call it. They were unlocked then. If I've got that part correct, that part might be a little bit off. But they've had heavy targets in the last 2 seasons. And there's so many issues they've had to fix with control points, missions and stuff. Like, why are there that many things broken in the first place? That's right, because they haven't ever built this game properly. And I can tell you that because they said it themselves. They put the skills to the game, so your revive hives, your striker drones or whatever, they put those skills in a part of their engine that is not designed to handle that coding. The part of the engine they used to add the skills into the game is not designed to handle them processes. It's not designed to handle the skills, but they put it there anyway. This game is fucked because I guarantee there'll be more and more issues popping up after this. This is quite a big list of patch notes. I'll leave it linked in the description so you can read them all yourself if you want to. It's a very, very big list. It's appreciated they've worked on this stuff, but at the same time, there are so many things on here they've had to do. It's an absolute joke. And there are so many things that are still missing from this. And as like per usual with these developers, there's probably going to be a bunch of new bugs added in. They've already taken extra time to get this patch out there, and they don't normally test things properly, so expect within the coming weeks or so to have a lot of random bugs and stuff popping up in the game, and expect them to do sweet FA when it comes to those bugs. I was originally planning to do a video that was positive about this, like title update or whatever you want to call it, the patch notes. I was going to do a video saying, look how much stuff they fixed, but I can't do it. I have to be honest when I do my videos, no matter what I am creating. And I can't lie in any way, shape or form. These developers are a mess. Like, what is going on? They are still to this day. What was the exact release date for The Division 2? Let me quickly have a look. It released on the 12th of March, 2019. This game is over 4 years old at this point. And to this day, they are still improving performance and stability for DirectX 12. They still create exploits and bugs and glitches all the time when they are changing things in this game. There are not many games out there I see that have patch notes this big, this long after its release. I mean, granted, a lot of games get abandoned or the devs have moved on to sequels and things like that 4 years after the game's release. But this is only 17.2. This isn't supposed to be a huge patch. And they've had to do so much work with it. It's just like, what's the point? There's people in there praising this sort of stuff. This shit, this amount of stuff should not be broken in the first place. The developers that work on this game are part of a studio that is working on upcoming titles. So their studio is so split up, working on multiple games at the same time, still, for whatever reason, trying to keep the Division 2 alive. Like, I don't know why they said we're going to go into a year 5 with it. Like, if they have no ideas in mind, why carry on? They really should have thought about it properly, and they should have stopped working on updates and stuff by now. They should have just left the game as it was and just moved on. Like, fix the PC crashing and stuff, let everyone just play the game, but move on from it and start working on something different. But that's going to do it for this one. My little rant is over. Let me know your thoughts and stuff about this patch in the comments. And check out this video if you want to see other content on the channel. I will see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.